Hello everyone, a wonderful morning to you all. Now we are in the last session of redox reactions, that is redox reactions as the basis for titrations, First, before we start our discussion, let's understand what is titration. Titration is a type of reactions which are taking place in the laboratory in which an acid reacts with a base. It is just acid and base reactions. And when we talk about in terms of redox reaction, we will talk in terms of reducing agents and the oxidizing agents. When in order to take over a redox reaction, we have to use reducing agent as well as oxidizing agent. Whenever a redox reaction takes place, there will be the usage of reducing agent as well as oxidizing agent. So, redox titrations means it is a reaction between reducing agents and the oxidizing agents in the given medium. Medium in the sense like in the acid medium and in the basic medium. Generally in the laboratory we will carry out so many reactions in the acid medium as reaction is concerned, redox reactions. Now why we are doing this titration? Titration I will show you live how titration can be done in the laboratory. So before that, why we are studying this titration and what is the scope of this titration, why we need titrations in the laboratory. And the main thing is to find out the strength, the concentration of reducing and oxidizing agent. The main use of application of this titration is to find or to determine, to find the strength, means concentration, of oxidizing and reducing agents. Main application is this one, to find out the strength or concentration of oxidizing and reducing agents. By using this titration, we can also calculate the amount of, the mass, the amount of crystals present or the amount of salt present in 1 liter of solution. So when we do experiments, we need solutions. For the solution, we will take some samples, and in that samples, we will that particular sample, salt is to be added in the water, so in order to prepare the solution. So we can also calculate the amount present to find the amount of salt present in 1 liter of solution. Firstly, we will calculate for 1 liter of solution, then gradually, then we can calculate even for 10 liters by simple calculations. Then we can also find by this method, we can also find the change in the equivalent weight, because equivalent weight is not constant. In the acid medium it changes, in the basic medium also it changes, in the acidic medium it changes. By calculating the number of electrons, we can calculate equivalent weight. Anyhow, this equivalent weight concept you don't know. When you come for the regular class, that time definitely we will explain in the class what exactly is molecular mass, molecular weight, equivalent weight, all those things you will going to study once you come in the class, in the regular class. We will going to explain you, even in the laboratory also will explain you, right? So to find equivalent weight of reducing or oxidizing agents. We can also calculate equivalent weight, and we can, as that will be shown in the laboratory, we can also find out the end point by using titration. We come to know that the end point where exactly reaction stops, and that can be by titration we can find the end point of the reaction. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ redox titrations. Once you come in the laboratory, that time you will explain. Once again, you will going to handle by yourself these experiments. Clear? Now we have three types of titrations which is given in the notes. One is potassium permanganate and FAS solution. I will elaborate it. Then next is potassium dichromate and FAS, and the last is iodometry titration. That iodometry titration you are going to study later, which is not much important, but still one or two questions here and there it will come, but it comes only in the NEET. When we take up NEET class, that time we will explain this iodometry and iodimetry titration. So, but I will show you one simple experiment so that the things becomes clear for the better understanding, right? So I will take up the titration. So the first titration I have taken, ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ KMNO4. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಪಿಂಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈನ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ KMNO4 ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಸಿಯಂ ಪರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗನೇಟ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ I have written in the same color, that is a pink color salt, right? Pink color salt. We are titrating it against FAS. Okay, FAS ಅಂದ್ರೆ ferrous ammonium sulfate. ferrous ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Fe2+. ferrous ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? Fe2+ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ferrous ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ferrous ammonium sulfate ಅಂತ FAS ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಯಾವುದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ Fe2+, ferrous ಅಯಾನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋಣ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ we have to treat KMNO4 against versus or reacts with FAS, ferrous ammonium sulfate, in the acid medium. acid medium ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಆಸಿಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ? dilute H2SO4, dilute sulfuric acid ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಬರೀತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ರಿಯಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ this is treating with this one, this is treating with this one, this is colorless. ಇದು colorless solution, ಇದು pink color, dark pink color solution, dark pink color. It is dark pink color solution. Now what happens is we are treating this with this one in presence of dilute H2SO4. Now what happens here? You observe this KMNO4 we have taken. What is this KMNO4? We will study in terms of oxidizing and reducing agent. Now can you calculate oxidation number for KMNO4? Yes, we can calculate. What is this? When you take KMNO4, you remove potassium. When you remove potassium, what is the charge of potassium? I told you, first group element, it is +1. If it is +1, then what would be the charge of the other ion? It should be minus. You can write in this way, either this way. You can write. That's what given in your notes. Don't get confused. Can you find out the charge of this? Yesterday also we calculated. Charge of Mn is +7 if you calculate. Shall I write down here directly? ಹೀಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು +7 ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೀಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು +7 ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. I will write +7. +7 ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಇದೇನೇನು ferrous ammonium sulfate. I have written ferrous sulfate. Ferrous ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ what is the charge of sulfate? 2 minus. No, charge of sulfate is 2 minus. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ charge of iron ಎಷ್ಟು ಇರ್ಬೋದು? +2 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, +2 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, now we will not concentrate on this because it is just a medium. Go there. Mn ಇದೆ. What is charge of sulfate? 2 minus. Then what is the charge of manganese? 2 plus. Clear? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ FeSO4 thrice. If you cross the valencies, ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಇದು 2 minus ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು 3 plus ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಐರನ್ ಇಂದ ಐರನ್ ಒಂದು ಡ್ರಾ ಲೈನ್. when you draw line, ಐರನ್ 2 plus ಇಂದ ಐರನ್ 3 plus ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 plus ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು 3 plus ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು. I will write down this is oxidation reaction. What it is oxidation reaction. So I will take this Mn, draw line from Mn to this Mn. Here it is Mn. What is the charge of Mn? Charge of Mn was +7. Now it is +2. ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. I will write ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್. ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು. ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ? The one here gain of electron, here loss of electron, here loss of electron. The one which gains the electron, electron ಯಾರು ಗೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದು ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಆಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So that it is a agent. Which agent? Oxidizing agent. So ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ KMnO4 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್. KMnO4 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ FeSO4 ಫೆರಸ್ ಅಮೋನಿಯಂ ಸಲ್ಫೇಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ now I will write down here it is reducing agent. So reducing agent, I have written no space, so R here reducing agent. Which one? This is reducing agent, this is oxidizing agent. Reaction is taking place between oxidizing agent and reducing agent in presence of acid medium, right? And now in this experiment, if you know the concentration of this, you can calculate concentration of FAS. I mean to say, if you know the concentration of reducing agent, you can calculate concentration of oxidizing agent. Or if you know the concentration of oxidizing agent, you can calculate concentration of reducing agent, or strength of reducing agent, or the amount of reducing agent, or equivalent weight of this. You can calculate molecular mass by change in number of electrons by using that formula. Anyhow, I will explain you later in the NEET class. Time is still there. Okay, just let me show you in the laboratory. It's a very simple experiment. I also in the book it is also given the second experiment is reaction between K2Cr2O7, that is potassium dichromate versus either you can take FAS or you can take oxalic acid. This also you can take. Iodometry is also given. Sodium thiosulfate also you can use in the titrations, but for time being you understand these two methods. These two are very important. Anyhow, this experiment is there in the laboratory of second PUC. You have to do by your. Clear? See here, which one is oxidizing agent? KMnO4. Which one is reducing agent? Ferrous ammonium sulfate, FAS, that is ferrous sulfate, is reducing agent. We are reacting these two in presence of this. And one more thing, since KMnO4 is itself is a dark color, so that in order to indicate where exactly the reaction has stopped, we have to use the indicator, but due to the color solution, dark color solution. This is colorless, that is pink color. So we are using KMnO4, potassium permanganate, as a self indicator. Now let me show you some experiments now in the laboratory. Please follow me. Okay, this is our, as you have already seen this lab in the first few classes. Today let me show some titrometric analysis, that is redox titrations. As I told you in the board, you can see the board there. KMnO4 reacts with FeSO4 to form this potassium sulfate, manganese sulfate. That is, sorry to, I was forgot to write Fe2SO4 thrice it is. Ferric, ferrous to ferric, and there is water because it takes place when we dissolve in the water. So this is the reaction we have written. The same thing I will show you in the laboratory. Okay, the thing which I have in front of me, this is called as burette. This particular is called as burette, and we have already filled the solution. Which solution? I told you dark pink color solution. I filled here 50 ml of this solution will be filled in the burette, and this is called as a burette. This is called as a burette. We have to fix burette like this. Okay, like this. I am fixing the burette. So after fixing burette, this is called as a conical flask, in which FAS, I told you it is a colorless solution. FAS, like we have taken in this, how much we have to take, like this beautiful operator is called as pipette. This is the beauty of holding the pipette. Okay, I have taken the pipette, so I have already taken it here, but we have to suck the liquid from this beaker, and when we take exactly 10 ml of, till here 10 ml of solution will be pipetted out. Then we have to wash this thoroughly for 1 or 2 times. Then we have to keep it on the table. Then to this I have also added like 10 ml of sulfuric acid. 10 ml of sulfuric acid is to be added to this, or 1 small test tube of sulfuric acid is added. So this is the mixture containing FAS, ferrous ammonium sulfate, as well as little dilute sulfuric acid. Mean to say like 1 test tube or half a test tube is also enough. Now we are reacting this with this one. So see here, drop by drop it is coming up. We will titrate. This is KMnO4, oxidizing agent. This is FAS, reducing agent. Okay, we are reacting these two agents in order to find out the strength of this or strength of that. But in between, one should be known. So this is the beauty. You can see here pink color solution. It is a colorless solution. We have to keep on dropping this potassium permanganate solution into this conical flask. What we have taken? FAS. Okay, till this colorless solution turns to pale permanent pink color. I mean light pink color ಆಗೋವರೆಗೂ ನಾವು ಈ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಸ್ ನ ಇದರ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಇದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಟೈಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. Okay, you will enjoy once you come to the lab, because chemistry is such a loving, it's a dynamic, most authentic subject. So uniformly I am titrating it drop by drop, drop by drop. You can see here this is a colorless liquid, and which is a pink color, dark pink color KMnO4, which are adding into the conical flask containing FAS, which is a colorless, and finally it turns to color. Which color? Light color. Then we have to stop this. Idana stop ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, pink color ಆಗೋ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಇನ್ನ ಕಲರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬಹುದು ಕಲರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕಲರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಕಲರ್ಲೆಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಎಟ್ obtained color. So you have to do carefully, drop by drop, drop by drop, sensitive, highly calibrized experiment, drop by drop ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. slowly, color is discharging very slow, that means the end point is very soon. ಎಂಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ತುಂಬ ಹತ್ತಿರದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗೋ ಅಂದಾಜುಗಳು ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನೇನು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಕಲರು ಈ ಕಲರ್ಲೆಸ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ನು ಲೈಟ್ ಕಲರ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನಾವು ಈ ನಾಬ್ನ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ನಾಬ್ನ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, it's a nice experiment. Yes, this is stopped. This is stopped. This is the beautiful experiment. You can see where 0 ಇಂದ 9 ml KMN of consume ಆಗಿದೆ for 10 ml of FAS ಗೆ 10 ml of FAS ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಟೈಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 0 ಇಂದ 9 ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು, 9 ml of KMN of ನಮಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್, ರೈಟ್. ನಾವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಿದೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಗಳಿದೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, ನೀರಿದೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಇದೆ, A2SO4 ಇದೆ, MnSO4 ಕೂಡ ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ, Fe2SO4 ಕೂಡ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಇದೇ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ರೊಮಾಟೋಗ್ರಫಿಕ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ titration. To this, redox reaction is completed, but the second part of redox reactions are there. Anyhow, in the second PUC, it is there where we can explain you in the electrochemistry completely. So that part we will revise you once you come to the class. Okay? Thank you, one and all.